One way that I often describe landscape architecture to family, friends who aren't in the discipline is it's really the design of all spaces beyond the building footprint.
When you leave your house in the morning and you get to your job, everything that you see in between is landscape architecture.
When I was a teenager and I was getting ready to go to college, I had never heard of this profession. I think that's changing, and there's visibility, and with visibility comes value.
We live in a complex world. We live in a world that's increasing in density, that has struggles with environmental resources, with clean air and clean water, with crowding, with places that seem to alienate people. And our profession works on every one of those problems in a comprehensive way so that we create places that are not only healthy with respect to water and green infrastructure, but with respect to where people go to work and where they raise their family and where they might retire. Places that help neighbors come together and know one another, and places that support the development of ties between people.
I went to the University of Illinois without direction, without any major, and discovered this field called landscape architecture. It had within it elements of all the things I like to do. I love to draw and I love to be outside, and I thought I maybe wanted to be an architect, but I wasn't really sure.
I think one of the things that is so important for landscape architecture in the 21st century is our understanding and our utilization of science. And that science, whether it's looking at hydrology, geology, soils, plant communities, and using that, understanding these natural systems to inspire and to inform our design is something that's really important for sustainability and the resilience of the profession and what we do in the world.
You get to watch it happen. You get to watch the thing become real, whether it's a plaza or a riverfront. I mean, the scale doesn't really matter. You're actually making things. It's like art and design and Play-Doh and all that tactile stuff that I loved as a kid made real.
You know, increasing numbers of students are joining landscape architecture programs in order to solve the problems of the 21st century. Pollution, wildlife migration. There are all these things that urbanization is affecting, and I think landscape architecture has the ability to actually address some of these issues.
Ultimately, I think that this kind of planetary transformation is going to be affected by artists. And artists don't ask themselves why they get up and they do what they're doing, they just do it.
With all the urbanization everywhere and exploitation, putting back green space in cities and anywhere to remediate, it's very great for the environment, but also for public health. People get healthier if they often go to a green space.
One of the biggest impacts that a landscape architect has that most people don't talk about is the ability to create a community or sense of place. It's not always, you don't always market it that way. You see trees and parks and landscapes, and one of the biggest things that we do, and what we've done at Site Design Group is creating communities.
As a landscape architect, you're able to contribute to social equity and giving people a place to be and to celebrate and to play. It's an amazing thing, and it happens at all different scales.
It's the combination of the people I get to work with and the problems we get to solve and the incredible meaning that we get from doing this work that makes it so exciting for me.
You know, landscape architecture is the design discipline of the 21st century.